Welcome back to episode 108 of the Mixing Pot podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We are very, very happy that you're here. When you're here, your family. I don't know whose slogan that is, but whose is that?
Isn't that Olive Garden?
Yeah, it is Olive Garden. That's one of my favorite places. I love fake Italian.
This is why I don't go to Olive Garden.
I love Italian imitation. What's it called? How you doing, bro? Like, Chef Tariq in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody give it up for Chef Tariq. Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Give it up for Chef Tariq, everybody.
Hi, Hawaiian. What's going on?
Chef Tariq's over here multitasking, so if you see him looking down to the bottom left, he's doesn't have a conundrum in his neck. He's just looking at the game.
I'm just not the Celtics, the Red Sox.
Jesus.
The Red Sox.
But
It's baseball season, ladies and gentlemen. And if you know anything,
in full effect.
I'm the biggest baseball fan, so it's baseball season. It's Red Sox.
Before we get
We're
into
back.
it, oh
We
well,
back.
well that was over your weekend, so we'll get into that. But
We back.
But anyway, drink of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is just a remix from last week. We got a plethora of that shit.
We gonna be rocking with
so.
these until
And they actually be
last drop.
They be. I be fucking with them low key, cause I be feeling a little smiz,
Drew
a little. I be swerving.
Drew be acting like an alky.
Shit. The way life's been going lately,
So
I see why you guys drink.
see why you guys? Why you guys?
Because you're an alcoholic.
I would know. No, I'm not. My weekend won't help me, but I'm not.
I'm a marijuana addict.
Okay. Yes, you are.
I'm an avid user of marijuana. I'm not an addict. Let's say that.
Debatable.
But you, my friend, are an alcoholic.
I'm not.
You're not raging.
You're
not a raging
nowhere
alcoholic.
Near close to raging.
Nowhere near.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Even though I've seen you rage.
No.
Not under alcohol.
No.
I've seen you rage before you got alcohol in your system.
I've crashed out about plenty of other things, but not with alcohol in me.
Yeah, before you got alcohol.
No.
I've seen you like sober crash out.
Okay, yeah.
I've never seen. No, I'm not saying that I've ever seen you drunk crash out. You never drunk crashed out.
No.
But like I've seen you crash out a couple of times.
Okay.
Rare moments. They're very rare moments.
Very rare.
But when they happen, it's like, okay, so you do get a little rowdy. You know what I mean? Like,
I had a temper when I was younger. So, I try to control it, and I try not to black out every 2 seconds, because it don't be pretty. And, I can admit it. I just be doing it, and, people be like, yo, your voice is screeching, and you just be yelling. So I'm blacking out.
Nah, you know what it is, though? Because me and you are the same. I do rage, but I never it's rare moments when I black out.
Yeah, I don't black.
So, like, when me and you get to that point, I know for a fact, because I've seen it when you blacked out, and I've seen reactions of everybody around. People get surprised. They're like, whoa, like, who the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Like, and I've had that on plenty of accounts, because I'll black out and people be like, yo, like, you was really tweaking. Like, I ain't even know
how to
stop you type
I've
shit.
seen that. Yeah, I've seen that too.
And then, like, from me. You've seen that from me. You seen it at work. Like, shit. Like, I was ready to burn down the Marriott that day.
I don't know if we even told that story, but that is a funny one though. I literally had to be like,
that's not a funny story.
I had to literally go over
that's
to you.
not a funny story.
It was though, because you was about to rip Harris's head off.
I was about to rip the whole management apart, bro.
It was really because you was in the weeds. Like, it was a busy night. Was it New Year's Eve?
Bro, yeah.
It was New Year's Eve.
It was New Year's Eve.
Busy night. We're getting killed. Everything's going on. I'm still starting. So I'm on salads and stuff and desserts. It ain't really nothing. you getting cooked on pizzas like you were
like
getting
motherfuckers
fried.
was eating personal pizzas like it was fucking
Like you got
Domino's,
pizza
bro.
here, pizza everywhere. Like you was getting cooked, and they yelling at you like, Daryl, where's the pizza? Daryl, where's the pizza? And when Harris said it, you turned around and started going crazy. Ryan was like, whoa, everyone calm down.
I wasn't even talking about that instance either.
Oh,
I'm talking about the other instance where niggas tried to blame me talking about I didn't clean my station when I was sick.
Oh yeah,
that's what I thought you was about to talk about.
You and Harris, y'all,
bro. Like I don't know what his beef was, bro. I till this day I don't know.
You know what? You know what? Do you remember when they used to have like the P-Packs or like the video game conventions across the street, or like the volleyball?
Yeah.
Remember when they had the volleyball like tournament and it was all the young kids and we had to be stocked on fries,
chicken tenders.
mac
Yeah, I
and
remember
cheese,
that shit.
all that stuff, just because we know we was gonna get killed. Remember that first night? It was just me, you, and OG, and we got slaughtered on just everything that night. And then it was like we did the best we can to try to stock up on whatever we do what we could. And I remember I came in that morning and worked because they just loved to throw me night to morning for no damn reason. But they was just like whoever, they just started coming at us, but it was coming at you because you didn't prep anything. And it was like, bro, what were we supposed to prep? Bro, whatever prep we did got eaten, because there was we weren't that much in the weeds, and that they did not care. Bro, I was like, there's no way you're really coming at him for this.
Bro, like till this day, I thank God for COVID. I'm not gonna lie. I know that sounds crazy, but without COVID, that nightmare of mine would have never ended, bro.
Yeah.
Because the greatest thing till this day, and I didn't even know those words until they were said to me, was I told them, I was like, yo, I told Ryan, I was like, yo, Ryan, I'll be back next week. I'll see you next week. He was like, no, you won't. I was like, why not? He said, because people are eating bats in China. That's what he said. And I was like, what? But like, I didn't catch it. Like, I was just like, okay, he's just saying some shit, like nutty shit, like anybody in the kitchen would say, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, okay. So then we go home and like, I didn't go back to work.
Nah, you wasn't in the meeting when they told us about it, but they didn't like talk to you guys and say like, yeah, that's crazy because before it shut down, they had everyone in the office. They had everyone in the back office, like everybody, like dishwashers, freaking everyone in there. And you know,
because those were when I had my 3 days off. Remember?
Okay.
Back then, I would tell them I was going to school.
This nigga is sick. But they had us in the back office. They had like the execs. They had like everyone else like in the conference or whatever. So they put it on the phones and everyone. They're like, yeah, so we're gonna shut down due to COVID and everything. I'm like,
oh nah, I remember that call because I remember all of us talking about it and Pam. I was hitting Pam up about that shit. I remember that, but I'm talking about this was before that. My last shift when I was there, I literally said that shit, and then he told me that, and we never went back.
Yeah.
We never went back. And like, I remember I came back. I remember I came back for like a shift. Never forget that shit. And it was dead, bro. That shit was dead. Pam was the only one there, I think. You weren't there. And like, Ball was there doing the fucking up and down in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, nah. But at that time, I was just like, yo, we've been inside for mad long. I might as well just go in, try to work or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
By that time, it was like a while since I had been back into the fucking Marriott. And then after that, I was just like, yo, fuck this shit. And then I just dipped and went to...
Yeah.
It was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy experience.
You know what's so funny? I just told Tiana about when I went for the supervisor position, and it was me and what's his name, that was like the last two that was kind of like was the ones I was gonna get it, the Indian kid, Vasan. I was like, yo, like one, that's how like we started doing like spicy remoulades and like we was like, yo, we should sell the sauces. But I was telling her, I'm like, I suck at like stages or like just trying to cook in that time period, because I was telling her about the practicals and how we did and stuff. So I'm like, I don't do well under pressure like that. So I was like, so for when I interviewed for the supervisor position, like that was a big thing because one, I had my meeting with Ryan. He went over all the questions he was gonna ask and how that first part of the interview was going, and that part went well. And then it was like I came up with the whole menu. I had the Cobb salad. I had the cheddar bacon biscuits. I had the crab cakes. I had the scallops with the risotto. Remember I was like, I had you and Diggums come to the crib, and I made it for everyone for dinner and stuff. But I had y'all come and like taste and let me know
this nigga's pulling out memories.
Bro, like I had
don't even really remember.
Like I had like all this stuff like made sure I was like, yo, like I want to get this position. And I remember everybody was like, yo, we want you to get it. Like, yo, we think you'll be really good for the position. This is Snat. Like Tiffany would say it, OG, like everybody. I had people on the line at breakfast.
Naming legends. Legends.
Everybody.
For real.
Everybody would say it. I had it. I did, I did all the plates. Everything came out well. Chef from Riot liked everything. The white girl that they brought in as a supervisor, she was there too.
Kate.
What's her name? Kate? Yeah. Yeah.
That was another person who I seen on my last shift. I was like, Kate, you're still here? She's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. She's like, I just come in. I'm like, all right, I feel that.
Oh, yeah. So she was there. Like, Tiffany was there. Everything went well. And I was telling her, I'm like, this is how I knew I didn't get the job. Because when someone starts gaslighting you so much on how great you did on something, they got some bad news for you. So when they was like, the day they came with, they pulled me to the office. I'm on break for my shift. And they're like, oh, Tariq, go to Chef Mariah's office when you're done with lunch and everything. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, all right, well, here we go. Like, let's see what she gonna say. I come in. I'm like, hey, Chef, what's going on? She's like, hey, what's going on? Take a seat. And she's like, oh, Tariq, I just want to say, you just did such an amazing job. The remoulade, we're going to put it on the menu for one of them it was a crazy weekend we had. He was like, yeah, we're going to put it on the menu. Like, the sauce was amazing. The crab cake. And I said in my head, I'm like, I ain't get this damn job. I'm like,
bro, it's crazy that you're telling me.
I'm like, there's no way. You're sitting here telling me I did everything perfectly right, and I still didn't get the job.
You know what's crazy? The first time, I don't know if you even knew, but the first time I applied there, I was trying out for the supervisor position.
Yeah.
Because Chavi was like, oh yeah, like he's gonna do the supervisor shit, and I did the same shit. I did the whole stage shit.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yo, it's good and everything, but like I think you're more like a cook one. Like you still need to get more experience. And I was like, all right, bet. Like, but then they were like, but we want you to go train outside, and I was like, all right, cool. That's when I first met Robinson, and it was Robinson, fucking Julio, and this one dude named Ivan. And Ivan was over on the fucking like grill and shit like that. And then Robinson still on saute, and then Julio was on the pizzas and salads and shit. And what's it called? Yeah, he was just like, I talked to Robinson, and he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna make the chicken dish where it had the
potatoes,
the olive oil potatoes, the fucking prosciutto, the spinach. And sauteed spinach, and then it had the fucking chicken breast right on it with the sauce, bro. And I was like, all right, I can do that. Like, what the fuck? So I literally did it, and then he was just like, all right, looks good. They took it back. That's when Wallace was running that shit. And he literally looked at it, ate it, tried it. He was like, got a job. And I was like, thank God, bro. Like, because when I first ever got to Boston, too.
Yeah.
Like, I remember driving there and I'm like, what? Where the fuck am I? Like, what city is this? Da 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 da. And then I just started working there every single day on the seaport.
Yeah.
And then Tariq came through, and I was like, all right, I'm not alone, but still, like, that shit was
like,
ass.
yo, you can work out here with me. I said, yo, and it's crazy because when I applied for the goddamn, I applied for the restaurant. I applied for the line and stuff like that. And I did my stage, and she was like, yeah, I'm going to be honest. We actually already filled that position. And I was like, oh, okay.
So when were you gonna say that? Like,
And she was like, yeah, but I wanted you to still come in, and there's another position
who
we
was
got.
that, Mariah?
Yeah, I'm like,
Damn, you came in that
yes,
later?
yeah, because after I graduated from CIA, I was in Block Island.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
so then
You
by
was
the time
telling me,
by the time I even got to Boston, it was 2018. It was like
it was 2018.
it was like end of 2018.
Because that's when I got in there.
It was like around the end or whatever.
What, you got into Marriott at the end of 2018?
Yes.
So I started working there there's no way I was
2019. Was it 2019?
It had to be 2019.
No, it was the end of 2018 because I worked there for a year, and then 2020 happened in COVID. So I was there for like a year and some months. Cause you was there, it was like almost like 2-3 years.
2 years. I think it was like
2
two
years.
going on 3.
Yeah.
So I started working there,
2017.
and it had to be end of 2017.
Something like that, maybe.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But
Yeah, because that was my first job when I got out here, actually. Because I didn't have a fucking job. And Chavi was the one, he was like, yo, come out here. Yeah, so yeah, it was 2017 when I started working there.
yeah. So that was the Renaissance. But the whole point of it was I was thankful for COVID because while we were union, all the supervisors got fired. So Vassan got fired from that position. And I didn't get fired until after because I didn't feel like showing up anymore. But that's just another thing. But
Vasant used to be my boy, bro. I used to drop him off.
But they was also like,
I used to drop him off at his crib.
I thought you said something crazier. That's why I was like, ooh, whoa. But they was. That's why I was like, whoa, hold on. But no, thank you.
Why not?
Because I can't have any.
Sweets?
Yes.
Lent?
Yes.
Nigga.
Easter. But they was like, yeah, that he basically went around like, sucking up saying, oh, like, let me get the job, please, like this and that, like. So they was like, and they, like, people were mad. It was like, what the hell? Like, how didn't you get it? And it was like, yeah, he did a lot of kissing up to get the job, so it wasn't much for you to do.
Yo, stop talking shit about my boy Vasant, bro.
That ain't your boy. You don't hit that boy up. You don't hit him up. But then to wrap up to what you were saying, I'm not alcoholic. I just rage on other things. I just don't. We're not alcoholic. That's how we even started the whole damn thing. But I'm not alcoholic.
Yo, you ever had these though?
No, I haven't.
When you get off Lent, you want to try them?
Yeah, when I get off of Lent.
Bet.
Not now. Now, if you had some like strawberries or some grapes or something, like I'll be like, yeah, let me get some.
Nah, I got fruit in there.
All right.
Not for you, nigga, but you can have some.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
You like honeydew?
Honeydew, yeah, I like honeydew.
You like cantaloupe? Which one do you like more? You like honeydew or cantaloupe?
I mean, let's be honest. They're really the same thing.
I mean, not honeydew. Melon. What is that green one? The green one and the orange one, right?
Honeydew.
And then the other was cantaloupe, right?
Orange.
I said it right?
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Well, let's be honest. They're really just the same thing, just a different color and a different skin, outside skin.
It tastes the same.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So I don't really have a favorite one with those two.
Yeah.
Now if we're talking strawberries, grapes,
you like watermelon?
Watermelon. Pineapple.
We need that fucking button where it has like Stink Meaner. This song whenever Stink Meaner comes on.
You're the nigga.
And it's like that tuba sound. That should be killing me. Cause right there when you said watermelon, I should have just hit that button.
Weekends though. My weekend was pretty full. Pretty bunch of highs, a bunch of lows. There was really nothing in the middle of the weekend. It was just high and low. That's all it was.
I didn't even make the transition.
Wow, well, make the transition.
Nigga, you started.
Okay, great. Friday, me, my dad, and Isaiah went to the Red Sox opening day game at Fenway. Yeah, I'm about to say, don't do that. The Red Sox played the Cardinals.
Shout out to Steve and shout out to Nas.
And this was mine and my dad's Christmas gift from Nazir. So it was about time that we cashed in.
This was an actual Christmas gift or was this from the white elephant?
No, this was an actual Christmas gift. Like Christmas Day, like Nazir sent us our tickets. Like, or he sent us the picture saying we're going to the game.
W-Mans.
So it was my second opening day game at Fenway 2 years in a row.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, like, we got to get a win. Nazir, one, he went there just to see us lose. We didn't. Two, that man went there just to get drunk because that kid was cooked.
I'm dead.
Oh, my goodness. We had decent seats. It wasn't bad. We definitely had, like, I've definitely had better seats in Fenway, and I've never really had a bad seat there. This one was kind of, it was fine, but it was like, if you know where, like, where the pole is, because it was on, like, the foul side, so we kind of had, like, turn to kind of see it a little, but it was all right. It wasn't bad. It was fine to me. I really didn't care as much. But, like, we was like, oh, yeah, that's a good seat. That's a good one. This and that.
All right. There's one thing about what you just said. It was good, but you complained about how you had to do the turn thing.
Yeah, because like I'm like if I sit forward, I'm looking at the outfield.
Should I take away?
So I gotta turn my head and kind of spin my body.
I had to do this. Yo, you stupid as shit.
So I gotta do all that.
So I don't know. Is that a W-Mans?
W-Mans.
W-Mans still?
W-Mans, yeah. It was still good. Like, we enjoyed the game.
I don't know, bro, because
I was fine. I was chilling.
Oh, I. You get to keep your W-Mans, bro.
Yeah,
like,
it was still good. It was still good. But
he said, but
no. Off the rip, like, you know,
off the rip.
Game starts and everything. You know, I'm playing the Cardinals, so it's like, okay, you know, first game at home. You know, I don't have a great record. Watching the Red Sox live, you know, if we lose today, this isn't good.
Were you at the game watching the game?
Yeah.
Like on your phone?
No.
Sick fuck.
Why would I do that?
Because you're the type.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I've seen people do that.
That's crazy. I'm there.
Yeah.
I would only listen to the commentary because I would want to hear like what they're saying. But I wouldn't do that. That's kind of crazy to do. To watch the game while I'm at the game. No, bro. That's crazy. Don't do that. But no, so we're there, you know, and it's the bottom of the first, and then all of a sudden, we start hitting, home run, like we're going crazy.
Bro, it's some new bats, bro.
Nah, we ain't got those.
Nah, yeah, y'all got those.
It's just the Yankees.
Nah, bro, y'all already got the new shipment. It already started, bro. Like,
yeah,
don't say that, y'all. No.
Red Sox didn't use them.
Y'all got them.
No,
y'all literally have them, bro. It's the Homer bats, bro. Like,
it's the Yankees that got them. That's the Yankees. That's why they getting banned. That's why they banning them because it's just the Yankees, bro. That's it,
bro. First off, I can't sit here and take that disrespect. Even though I don't keep up with baseball myself.
You don't care about the Yankees anyway.
Me being a Yankees fan.
When are you a Yankee fan?
Bro.
You said your dad took you to Phillies games.
What? Whoa. I went to one Phillies game. I've been to the old stadium in the Bronx, and I've been to the new stadium, nigga. I've been to at least 4 games because my dad always used to get tickets for Coca-Cola. Dead ass, and the first time, a memory. This is an old ass memory. This got to be like 02, 03 type shit. I was at the game with my dad, Yankees game, right? Took me, Him and his boys from Coca-Cola, they all used to drive the 18-wheeler and shit. We all went out because they got tickets. These niggas have the concession shit going around, right? Like, they were giving out peanuts. So I get the peanuts, right? I told my dad I want peanuts. He got me peanuts. The shell and all, right? Looked at him. First time ever having peanuts.
Yeah, you tried to eat the whole thing, didn't you?
Dogging them bitches, bro. Just shell and all.
You nasty.
My dad said, what the fuck? And took the shit. And he's like, that's not how you eat peanuts. Da, 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 da. Showed me how to do it. And then I'm like, all right, bet. Now I'm eating peanuts the right
This
way.
thing was swallowing the shell of the peanuts,
Dogging
bro.
them, bro. That's a fucking like golden memory of me at a Yankees game, bro. When I was mad young. Like, dogging, shell and all, bro. I've been to hella Braves games, though. Hella Braves games.
See?
Yeah.
You're not a Yankee fan.
I went to one Phillies game. So you meant Braves games, not Philly, because I was like, what the hell? I've been to a Phillies game, though.
Exactly. I know you've been there. I know you've been there. You ain't gotta fake it. Yeah, you ain't gotta fake it.
But yeah, nah, like growing, yeah,
But yeah, so it was a great game. We won. We beat them like 13-9. Freaking Nazir had this like cowboy up burger. It was like this huge burger with like brisket, bacon.
That's fire.
I was like, and he was like,
Like
yo,
what, slab bacon type shit or
I
just
don't-
regular bacon?
I don't know, but I was like when I'm off of Lent, because it was I said we had, that was like, you definitely did this one on purpose because it's Lent season, so we can't have meat. But now they don't be following, so now they just be eating whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He'll just drinks water. His sacrifice is like he'll just drink water, no soda, no nothing. This man said, damn, y'all can't have no Fenway Franks. Y'all can't get no Italian sausages. Y'all can't get no burgers. Bro, I'm sitting there like, nah, I'm good. And this is the crazy thing. They were giving out free peanut bags outside of the stadium. And I'm like, you can't even bring them in, so it don't even matter. And I'm like, my dad was like, damn, we should have grabbed some before we go in there. I'm like, I'm not even hungry and I'm straight. I had my little smoothie this morning. I'm good. Bro, we turned the corner and smelt the onions and peppers. I said, oh my God. I said, damn it, I can't. I said, oh, damn it.
There you go. Now niggas was starving.
I'm like, damn, what am I going to get? I had a goddamn crab roll, and then I had a slice of cheese pizza. I was like, well.
The crab roll was fire?
Crab roll was pretty good. It was pretty good. The pizza, the dough is.
Soggy as shit.
You know how, like, you get pizza with just dough and then just a little bit of sauce and some cheese. Like, that's literally what it was. Doughy as hell. I was like, oh, nah.
That's nasty.
But the game was fun. That was Friday. Saturday, I had the vendor gig for Rob Paparazzi's birthday party at Passions, and it was okay. It really wasn't much. I definitely was disappointed. A lot of people was like, yo, normally his birthdays are like a lot crazier, but you know, it's probably just because it was at Passions or whatever. But I was just like, all right, well, I guess so, but I wasn't. Just things that happened, I was just like, I'm not really feeling this. So I was like, whatever. Cause freaking, yeah, it was just like, it was supposed to be mad heads there, and it was like half the people that was supposedly supposed to show up. And it was pouring and raining too on Saturday. So could have been that, could have been a location, but I was just like,
Saturday was shitty out though.
Oh yeah, I was just like, all right, I'm all set. So that was whatever. Sunday though, I woke up energized. I was jumping around. I was in the car and it was good to go. Tiana, her mom, her aunt, her aunt's son, Cherie, and their cousin all came out to Prov because they was like, yeah, we're gonna celebrate Nazir's birthday. So they was like, she's like, oh, you gonna come? I'm like, all right, fine, I'll show up. So we went to Terra Negra on Federal Hill, and bruh, 1, the brunch was really good. Shout out to Terra Negra. 2, shout out to Maria because she hooked it up with drinks. But bruh, we were in there for like 4 hours, just shots. It was $35 a person for brunch, you get an appetizer or entree,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can pick either a mimosa or a margarita, bottomless for 90 minutes.
Oh, niggas was litty.
Bro,
Niggas was slitty.
bro, cooked.
Damn.
I'm over here like, bro, I gotta make.
Got the bubble guts and everything.
I'm like, I gotta make pasta dough tonight for class tomorrow. Like,
I'm dead.
I'm like, God damn, can we stop ordering?
That's like that meme. That reminded me of that meme where they're like, when they're making fun of culinary school kids, and they're like, what are you guys worried about? Oh, I have a pasta due at 12 o'clock.
Yeah. I'm like,
You guys fucking thought you ate with that shit?
yeah, literally. I'm like, damn, I gotta make pasta dough for these kids for class on Monday. Like, and we're over here still drinking. I'm like, yo, let's please stop. Just
That
please.
ass.
But no, it was a great time. We had fun. I met her cousin for the first time. He was like, yo, it's so nice to meet you. I heard a lot of great things, but we just talked sports the whole time. Like, he was like, we watching a softball game, watching college women's basketball championship. Like, it was fun. It was cool. But yeah, Nazir was just cooked. Nazir was cooked all weekend. Let's just be honest. That kid was Saturday. We got back home. Friday night at like almost midnight. I went to bed. I wake up at like 5 to start prep and stuff. This kid still. I said, "You ain't sleep." He goes, "My stomach hurt." I asked him later on. I'm like, "Kid, what the hell?" He was like, "Yeah, we got back. I went out for a little bit." I said, "What?" I was like, "You're bugging out. Like, what do you mean you went out?"
This nigga had to go out and fart and shit.
No, that she went to. Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, all right, but no, it was a good weekend. It was, again, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. I was in New York with the kids. We made fresh pasta this week. I only had 5 students on Monday. And honestly,
It was cool. It's like a nice little.
I was the most fun I had goddamn had. I'm over here
Because you really could interact at that point.
like freaking. One girl's over here like I'm like, all right, tell me your drama before we get class started. I said, you got a few minutes, let's go. She's over here telling me about how some girl about to fight this other girl because that girl said this person like that person, but it wasn't true. And then this one girl kept asking for water, and I'm like, bro, why don't you have a water bottle? She's like, Mister, can I get that water if you're not gonna use it? I'm like, no. Like, stop touching the water. We're making pasta right now, okay? And then she don't like meatballs. She don't like burgers. She don't like freaking steak. I'm like, we gonna get you out of some of these.
Just don't like meat at all.
I'm like, we gonna get. She'll eat it, but she like, nah, I just don't like it. I'm like, we gonna get you out of some of these fears, bro. Like, I ain't having this with you. I'm like, y'all, these kids are different, bro.
That's funny as hell, though.
Yo, it's so funny. No, but yeah, it was a good weekend. How are you?
My weekend was good. I had a photo shoot on Saturday. That went pretty well. The standard mass art yearly photos for the juniors and seniors. So had a nice little photo shoot from 8 to like 2:30. So after that, I went to go see Lil Chrissy up in fucking Boston. Chilled there. Watched that movie with fucking SZA and shit over again. Cause he ain't never seen it. And then that ass. And then after that, I came home and chilled, bro. Like, I literally just chilled. Shorty came through and I watched Sicario while she was just chilling. But that's when I was like, all right, yo, this shit is crazy. And then I seen they dropped a second one, so then I watched the second one. And I was just movie binging. I was literally just going on crazy. Finished watching all of my what is that show called? Common Side Effects. You ever seen that shit on Max? You gotta watch that. Watch that. Watch the Kobe shit. I was just watching shit because the weather was ass, bro.
Yeah,
like, I don't even know how you was outside this past weekend, to be honest. Like,
well, Friday was beautiful out. Saturday was horrible out. Sunday was fine, and then Monday it just poured. Tuesday it poured. So outside of that, the 2 good days were Friday and Sunday. So I was fine. Outside of that, the weather was trash.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Damn. I don't know, but at least the weather is trash, but you know what? That's signs that spring is coming through for real. Cause like I'm tired of this winter shit, bro. But it sucks because we're in that weird stage too, which I've noticed about the seasons, and this might sound like a typical thing, but like when it gets into the transition of winter to spring, you still we're in the spring phase now, but we still have those winter effects.
Yeah.
Just like how when fall commences, feel me? Like and it's still that warm September type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's still summer, but we're in September. Mm-hmm. Like, that feeling type shit. Or sometimes it'd be warm still in October. No bullshit. Like,
sometimes.
In the early October. I'm not.
Because, like, not late. Because, like, mid to late October, that's when it starts to get cold. Yeah, I feel you on that, though.
That us. But, yeah, after that.
You just chilled.
Just chilled, bro.
Okay.
That was literally it. But yeah.
Alrighty. Well, let's get into it now. Quick Dish 86. We got about, let's go 4 or 5 top. Let's get to it.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
What fire. Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is done paying child support for a child that was just born a few months ago, basically. Aisha Howard had, and Anthony Edwards basically got their child support case finished up. She tried to get the case in California, so the money would be higher. He fought it and got that denied, so they got it in Georgia. Reportedly, he was trying to get her to get an abortion, and he sent her the money to do it, and she never did. So she had the child anyway, and he wants no parts. They gave her full custody of the child. He said, I'll pay one lump sum of child support, and that is it. She's also the baby mother of little baby as well. And she just still went on with having the child. So, Drew, your thoughts?
I feel like it's a double-edged sword in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But, like, he paid his dues, right? Do
you take a guess on what he did? Like, how much did he pay in one sitting?
I just seen it. You said 1.08. Right?
Yeah, so instead of paying child support for the child's life, he paid basically a whole supply in one sitting. It was a $1.8 million. And it's the crazy part, and I seen it today. He still is on a rookie contract right now. So that $1 million is the child support is basically like what you're making, what the person is making. So what he's making now is.
But he has other endorsements.
He has Adidas and stuff and like Sprite and everything.
Which he doesn't have to worry about.
But
that's extra bread that he can survive off of while he just gives her his rookie salary. That's it.
Exactly. And we know he's going to get.
Is his rookie salary 1.8?
No. Anthony Edwards. Let's see. Anthony Edwards makes right now. He makes he has a 5-year, $42 million deal.
So 5 years, divide that.
And I don't know the math on that right now. It's like
okay, don't do mental.
It's like 14 million.
When you start seeing
it might be around like 14 million a year.
That divided by 4.
5.
Right? 176,400 divided by 5.
Mm-hmm.
You were off. It's 8 mil.
8 mil a year. Yeah, it's like what I said. So he gets
okay.
He has a 5-year contract, $8 million. all right, he got some sponsors. So he only paid $1 million basically, and he hasn't.
He's $7 million to sit on still,
And-
salary wise.
And he hasn't hit his. He's only 23, and he hasn't hit his. Bless you.
Thank you.
And once he's up for an extension, bless you.
Thanks.
He's gonna get the Supermax from Minnesota. So that means he paid $1 million and ain't got to do nothing else.
I mean, it's like, it's fucked. Next topic, man. It's like, I don't know. There's mad kids out here growing up without dads and shit like that. Feel me? Mm-hmm. But then again, like, this nigga told you from the beginning, get rid of it.
He did, yeah. I think that's my, one. I think it's messed up that he's not gonna at least know the child or be in the child's life at least a little bit.
Which he could regret later in life, but
Exactly.
what's to say?
Exactly. But it is messed up that you still told her, like, look, I don't want anything. I don't want the child. I'm not here for that. And he sent you money for an abortion. And I get it. It's the women's rights and everything, but yet the man still has an opinion and a say on if he wants,
To start a family or not.
Exactly. Like, obviously it was a whatever thing. It wasn't anything serious. So the fact that you still went through with it and did all that, it's like, I think is the messed up part, but
She secured 2 bags, I guess.
exactly. That's on her, so onto food, because Popeyes, they got an all pickle menu.
Disgusting.
First, are you a pickle fan?
I like pickles on burgers and certain things. I will never dog a pickle by itself. That's just not me.
Okay.
I would never defer pickles on any type of sandwich because I always like pickles on my shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's the extent.
that's as far as it goes.
Okay.
That
okay.
other shit, nasty.
Okay, so Popeyes, they rolled out an all pickle menu, and a lot of people thought it was an April Fool's joke at the beginning, and then they said no, we got it. We got pickles on everything. So the menu, they got pickle lemonade, fried pickles, pickled glazed wings, and a pickle glazed sandwich. So, I know you said the extent of what you would have for pickles is, just a pickles on a burger. But you're not gonna try
No.
You're not gonna try
pickle. No.
You don't know what I'm gonna ask you.
No. I'm not eating none of that shit. Pickle lemonade sounds nasty as shit. Keep scrolling so I can see the next thing that's nasty as shit.
Fried pickle. You never had fried pickles?
I've never had fried pickles. I've had fried mushrooms. And I love fried mushrooms.
Okay. But not fried pickles.
No, nigga, no. What the fuck is that? What is that? Bro?
You don't want to try pickle glazed wings?
Pickle glazed wings? What does that taste like? Pickles? No. Pass.
It's the person that wrote this article. She says, I'm not going to lie. These wings are dope. They are spicy, salty, crunchy, filled with the juicy chicken, and somehow they have a noteworthy pickle flavoring that seems to really work. The glaze hits all the right notes, and if you need to cut the heat, dunk it in some buttermilk ranch sauce. So you gonna try it?
Is that what you want to try tonight?
No thanks.
Okay then, nigga. I'm following.
I'm on. We might try it though.
What do you mean? How long is that shit out for?
We might do a food review. How long is it out for? Who knows?
Because they'll change shit like in a fucking snap of a finger.
It's available till May 5th.
Okay.
So we might just try like the sandwich or the wing.
I keep dropping cake.
Or the pickle lemonade. You got freaking Oreo all over you, kid.
I got cakesters everywhere.
Next up, a fan of Young Thugger, Slime, Slat, everything, all the above. YSL. He's finally free. A fan got a tattoo of his lyrics from is it digit? It's digits. And he didn't get the lyrics right. He put on the back of his tattoo, "Horses don't stop, they keep going." Thug seen it and said, that's why I'm talking with more clarity. I don't even know what the hell that said. I said, you what? Clarity, you Scooty? Damn, bro, what? Thug. This is why he got it wrong, and this is why he got the tattoo the way it was. Cause what the hell you saying? It's not horses, it's hustlers. Hustlers don't stop, they keep going. You gonna get a tattoo of a rap lyric?
Fuck no. Second off, that shit is funny as fuck. Because I hate to say this, only a non-cultured person, I'm not gonna say white people, because white people, I know some people definitely know what genius is. Look at lyrics.
Yeah.
This wasn't obviously one of those motherfuckers, but people, non-cultured people that listen to Thug, listen to like Playboy Cardi and shit, y'all don't really listen to them and hear them for what they saying. You just like the vibe of the shit. You just like the sound of the shit. That's it. Nigga, if you was actually listening to the song like you was supposed to, you would have known that it was hustlers don't stop, they keep going. Because in the next fucking line, if you just use your context clues, if you fucking listen to it, and
you can lose your life, you can get gone.
What the fuck does that have to do with horses? Make it make sense at the end of the day. I know the linguistics are kind of hard to make them audible or whatever.
I know it's mumble rap and everything, but why did you look up the lyrics before you did?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, people know what genius is, so I can't just count out.
Why didn't you be like, let me make sure I got all the spellings right. Let me make sure, like, you just said, yeah, let me get the first line of digits.
But
horses don't stop.
But also, in that same note, like I said, all you have to do is use your context clues to make it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Horses does fit.
It does. And that's what we were saying before.
Horses does fit.
It sounds right. Horses don't stop. They keep going.
Horses fit.
And then you get to the next line and it's like, well,
that's funny as shit that A, you didn't do your research and you just believed in yourself and got that shit. And the fucking mountain background range, that shit's fucking wild too.
I was about to say, that does not look good. Even if horses was the correct word, that does not look good.
And I know that shit hurt. So like, but other than that, bro, like, yeah, you're on your own.
Yeah, bro. I'm not. First of all, I wouldn't get Young Thug. I'm not getting Young Thug. I'm not getting Uzi. I'm not getting
Young Thug was my quote.
For
senior year.
Yeah. Did you put horses?
I said chi. Literally, it's CHI. And then I said in parentheses, and then I was like chi. Young Thug. And that was it. That was my yearbook seniors thing.
You're a criminal for that one. You need to be thrown in jail with him for that. They need to lock him up just to be like, this is what you did. We don't care about whatever else happened. You let this in high school 2015
Literally.
put chi
Literally
in his yearbook as his quote. This is what everyone's gonna remember from Daryl Andrew Smith.
Bro, that shit is legendary, bro.
2015 yearbook.
Chi.
Yeah, I would have never even do that. That's sick that you even did that too. Oh my god. Lastly, it's a little old, but Southwest ain't got bags that's gonna fly free no more. What the hell are you doing?
Getting lit. What'd you say? Southwest ain't got no free bags? Yo, Fuck the airlines, bro. None of y'all got free bags no more. You know everybody's trying to travel and get the fuck out of America, yet you're traveling, you're fucking charging us with bags. This is fucking bullshit. This is what we're talking about. Where the fuck is Uncle Sam when you need him?
Wait, Kendrick.
Literally.
Starting May 28th, Rapid Rewards A-list preferred members and business select customers will still free 2 free checked bags, and A-list members and Rapid Reward credit card holders will get 1 free checked bag. So that means
that ad is throwing me off.
So that means if you just a regular person trying to get a flight on Southwest, my boy, you got to pay for your bags now. You got to pay. Nazir, this is for Nazir because Nazir, when we went on a cruise, he was like, "Yeah, Southwest." Good luck paying with the rest of us, buddy.
What do you usually fly with? JetBlue?
Yeah, I like JetBlue. American is okay, but it depends on what city you going to because I ain't stopping in Philly. Spirit, no. I think those are the only airlines I took in America.
You never took United?
Oh no, yeah, we took was it United? Yeah, we took United going. Was it Florida? Yes, we took United going to Florida and then JetBlue coming back. So yes, United is actually a good one. I do rock with United, even though the
9/11.
Even though the dudes, it was he had a little attitude because.
The pilot?
No, not the pilot.
I was about to say.
The dude that was working there, we was trying to figure out where do we check the bags in. He was like, y'all got to pay over there. And Tiana was pissed. She was like, I don't like how he was talking to you. And I'm like, it's okay. Don't worry.
Don't worry. I got the same shit in GameStop, bro. I told you about that?
Bro,
I go into GameStop, bro. And I was looking to get Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. You had you pre-ordered it.
I pre-ordered it.
And she was like, she was bugging.
Yeah, and he was like, the dude was like, oh yeah, bro, like we're sold out, bro. Like you should have came earlier, da-da-da-da. And then she was like, well, he didn't know if he wanted it. Like start snapping on him. And I was like, I literally look over my shoulder and I'm like, yo, is she snapping at the GameStop dude? Like, what the fuck's going on?
Bro, one thing our girls are gonna do, they gonna clap back for us, and it's like we don't need you to do that right now. It's okay. We'll let you.
Sometimes it'd be so quick you don't even catch it until it actually like settles. Like you're just like walking out the store and you're like, did you just? No, that snapped on the GameStop nigga.
Bro, he did that to us, and walking through the whole airport, her whole mood was ruined. She's like, I ain't never taking this. We're not taking this again. I can't believe he did. I'm like, yo, we're good. Are we not through the gates? It's okay. We're going on vacation. Relax. I'm like, calm down. We're okay. You don't need to do that right now.
It's like, I don't know why he was talking to you like that. I'm like, what? I think he was just doing his job, babe. Like, but they be catching that shit, bro. They be catching it for us. Cause sometimes I barely even know that I'm getting this, bro. I'll just be sitting there. I'd be like, fuck it, bro. I know you doing your job. You probably hate it. If I was in your position, I'd probably know how to.
I probably would have did the same thing.
Exactly. So like,
bro, you gotta go over there. There's a kiosk for the bags. Like, anybody told you come up here?
Exactly.
Come up here.
I feel your pain, but my girlfriend doesn't. So she's not gonna go for that shit. So I'm sorry, bro, but you're gonna have to crack a smile or something, bro, because she's gonna go straight for the.
You're gonna have to say a little more politely next time,
because she will kill you.
Oh man, that's Quick Dish 86. But you want to get into this neuro gum that you've been trying?
Nah. All right, yeah. So crazy. This is the plug section.
Okay.
Plugging up.
Hold on.
Deadass. That's not it.
I did.
What is that? Yeah. All right, bet. So I was doing this little researching on TikTok, right? And I've taken. Okay, first off, with my job, there's a lot of multiple things that have to be done all within a 8-hour time span.
Yep.
But there's emails, calls, you got to set scheduling up, you got to go out to the places, you got to drive there, you got to park, you got to set up, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of shit that goes down. So sometimes for me, it gets hard to focus.
Yep.
So I was looking online and everything, and you don't want to go down the path of like Adderall, stuff like that, stuff that can actually like harm your health if you keep taking it.
Yeah.
So I go on TikTok and I find this focus gum, and it was like a neurological gum that literally you chew, and it contains the L-theanine. And what L-theanine does is essentially they claim that it's a vitamin that the human body, every human is missing in their body, but if we had the necessity for it, it would actually like slightly give us the superhuman powers or something like that. For example, like on not on no Superman shit, but like on some, if you ever seen the movie Limitless, you'll be able to focus in on things like that type shit. But like for me, it really just helps me like focus in and literally just calms me. I feel calm. Like,
Yes.
when
So
I
I
take
mean,
it.
so
And it's just gum.
L-theanine basically what it does, it has a calming effect and ability to help reduce stress and anxiety. It's thought that L-theanine works by promoting the production of calming brain chemicals and inhibiting the production of chemicals associated with stress and anxiety. So yeah, it's supposed to kind of help you focus and kind of calm you down, basically.
Yeah.
So that's what L-theanine is. So that's what's in the gum.
And it just tastes like mint gum.
Mm-hmm.
And it has caffeine in it too, so that's a little kicker too. That's probably what gets you the energy part.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was a little hyped up at the beginning of this thing. I'm still a little hyped. Still could probably go for a run. It was on Shark Tank too. Once it was on Shark Tank, I was like, all right, I gotta lock in for it. So that's when I literally looked it up. I seen they were selling it at CVS, and then I went out to CVS, my local CVS, and I picked it up. And
I mean,
they had 2 packs. It was like, fuck it.
$5 basically.
Yeah, shit was cheap, bro. I'm thinking this shit was about to be like 20, 30, 40 beans. Like, I was like, oh shit, it's like gum. So like that, yeah. But yeah, I take it. Literally, you seen me. I was vacuuming back there, cleaned up everything, did my little shit.
Hold on, this is a little video from it. Oh, that's just them going on Shark Tank. I don't care about that. I thought they was gonna talk about reality. Let's see. How to expect? Okay, no, never mind. They don't have a video of it. But I mean, for you, it's just a way to substitute an energy drink at the end of the day.
I haven't drank any energy drinks, which is good because my heart don't be like fucking pumping out my chest.
Yeah.
And like I don't be breaking out because of all the sugar and chemicals and shit in it. So like, I mean, literally all you do is just chew the gum and then you just feel fucking energized after a little bit. And pull up on YouTube real quick on the actual episode for it on Shark Tank.
Neuro gum.
Shark Tank.
Hold on, let's see what Joe Rogan said.
I do be remembering shit easily.
Yeah.
Like too off that, which is kind of crazy because I didn't really notice that until he pointed it out. But that's how I'm like able to focus in on what I need to get done because I'm like, all right, weird. After I finish one task, I'll go off into another, but then I'll be like, all right, I really came out here to do this shit, like da 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 da, and just split it up. It's easy for me to organize it. When I'm on the neuro gum, it's easy for me to organize my work in my head and get it all done. Like today, I got 3 things done. Boom, I was out. I had to drive to fucking. First, I was all the way in Coventry.
Yeah.
Then I had to drive all the way to Tascockia in Johnston. Once I did that, I had to go drive all the way back out to North Scituate. And then after that, I came back to Warwick. And then that was it. But I had 3 things that I had to crank out. And that was it. Boom. It was it.
Damn. Okay. All right. Neurogum. That's. I mean, I might try it.
If I give you one before you leave, you'll literally get. What do you have to do when you get home?
Go to sleep. Talk to my girlfriend.
You'll probably be like up.
Yeah, no. After last night, I need to be sleeping.
Nah, you could fall asleep easily on it. Like I don't have no problem. It, like I said, it doesn't keep me wired like energy drinks do or like coffee or some shit. First off, I don't know what it is, but with coffee here lately, like my stomach be fucked up, and on top of that, like I don't know, when I drink like caffeine, like a straight like crazy caffeinated drink, after a while I get like mad sweaty pits. Like
That's weird.
not too much, but like yeah. And I'm like, yeah.
Have you ever
I
had
feel like
the
Josh, remember how Josh used to do that shit? Where he'd always sweat?
Josh, yeah. Have you ever had the 5-hour energy drinks?
And I used to think that I was like the fucking Superman off that shit during football in high school. And
Did it work though?
It just got me fucking hyped to hit people. That's literally it.
That was it.
It was literally just, it wasn't no like crazy drug or anything, but like it literally just made me like hyped. Like I would drink one of those and then I'd be like, all right, we're lit. But like I don't think it really doesn't really help. Yeah. I wonder if I had Neuro going back then and got on the football field, how it would be then. Because then that it would change the game.
You think you would have been this 5-star recruit?
4-star.
4-star recruit at least.
Let's not go too high.
Okay, I'm dead. All right, Neurogum. Check it out. Lastly, The Residents. You watched it. What do you think?
It was a good show.
Tiana and her mom just finished it last night too.
It was a good show.
It was.
It was. Yeah. They well put together. Don Division. I mean, not Don Division. Shondaland. I'm thinking about Kanye shit. Shondaland Productions. They literally came through with that, and everybody that was a part of the fucking cast was like very good.
Yeah.
Everybody played their fucking part. The ending though had me dead because it was just like when they found out who it actually was that did it. I seen that part too where you were talking about where he was like, yo, the chef. Oh, he's fucking the chef. Like, that shit had me dead, bro. Yeah, there was it was very well put together. That was a great show. They definitely should earn some awards for that shit because, like I said, that was like a star-studded cast.
Yeah.
They had mad motherfuckers on that shit. And they had what's that dude's name from Jason what? From My Name Is Earl. He played the fucking dude with the brother.
From My Name Is Earl?
Yeah, he played
My Name Is Earl.
He said he played Earl. Isn't his name Jason?
Who are you talking about?
The brother.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Bro, the brother that lived next door, down the hall, and he was next to the old lady.
I haven't watched My Name Is Earl in years. So.
Him.
Who are you talking about?
Jason Lee.
He wasn't in it.
Yes, he was, bro.
No, he wasn't.
Look who it is, bro. You're not.
Oh, he was. Trip Morgan.
Yes, bro.
I didn't even realize that. Yo, that nigga stole everything in that goddamn White House.
Bro, like, and when he was snitching to the fucking butler dude, and she was
George G.
Literally, I'm like, yo, this guy's a fucking nutcase. But nah, that shit was crazy. And then he was like, they were like, who sealed the door? And then she was like, yeah, I imitated your voice. Whoa, I don't know. That's kind of tricky. That shit had me dead.
It was a really good show.
She said your TV was loud. And you're like, did I? And you're like, yes, you did. Was it this loud? She's like, yeah, but louder, I think. That shit had me dying.
No, the little kid was funny. He was like,
Can I get a tour?
Can I get a tour? No. Why not? I'm not giving out tours right now. What's your mom's name? Cindy. All right. That shit was good. That part was funny as hell. No, it was a really good show. I think the only thing is like, because there was so many like twists and turns, and you didn't know like who it really could have been. It's like the last like episode is like kind of had it dragged to be like, it was you because you had this motive, but it actually wasn't. So let's go to the next room. So like the builder was like, all right, come on, just give me, come on, hurry up. So like, I mean, but no, it was a really good show. I liked it a lot. It was a good show. It was a good one. I like it.
Because it was the white girl that did it.
Mm-hmm. Lily Schumacher.
She was crazy. She's like, I don't give a shit. I'm rich.
She was like, I donate this to charity, by the way.
I was like, damn, she's a savage. Yeah. Everybody wanted to kill, what's his name? AB, yeah.
AB.
Antonio Brown.
Mm-hmm. Antonio Brown. All right, well, that's all I got.
That's all I got, too. What time is it?
9 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. You can catch me at I Love You Drew on IG. You can also catch me at Second Human, and you can also catch me here on the Mixing Pot Podcast, because if you're not listening to us, then
what are you listening to?
So did you ever replay and see?
No, I haven't yet. I gotta listen.
Right, you gotta tune in.
I gotta really listen just to.
But yeah, everybody, like, just stay tuned. I got the Jimi Hendrix picks, actually. I gotta just show you and then fucking post them. But Jimi Hendrix Project Part 2 is coming up on the 18th of this month on Good Friday. So, like, I'm gonna get that popping, and then I'm gonna get some fucking Easter food somewhere. I know you cooking, nigga, so get some Easter food.
I actually have
You're going to Boston?
No, I actually have the award show on the 19th. Remember the award I was supposed to get last year?
They're giving it to you?
Yeah, on the 19th. I'm actually cooking for Carl Thomas and 702.
At the award show?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so you're going on stage and they're giving you it?
No, mine is going to be on the red carpet. On the red carpet, I'll get my award. But I'm cooking for them for, like, their dressing rooms and stuff.
Nigga, when is this?
April 19th. You want to go?
Yeah, that's Saturday, right?
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
Yeah. What, we're cooking?
No, I'm cooking for it. I mean, if you want to just go, I gotta figure it out. So because I know I'm gonna be on the red carpet, but I don't know if I'm gonna stay in and stuff like that. But I know I gotta cook for it. So still trying to figure out details. There's a lot of things going on with that.
Just keep me posted, nigga. But anyway, where can they find you? That's lit. Yes. What the fuck, Carl Tom?
Carl Thomas 702. ChefTariq.com on Instagram and TikTok. ChefTariq401 on Facebook. Chef Tariq on YouTube, Mixing Pot Podcast on TikTok, Spotify, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, wherever you guys get your podcasts. And MXMG Pop Pod to see all of the clips. Catch us, like, subscribe, share, 10 a.m. Friday morning. You guys already know what to do, so.
Still belongs to someone else. I wish, yo, Carl Tom, nigga, you up. Big time and stop. Hey, Ricky, this is what I'm talking about. Hey, it's the Mixing Pot Podcast.
Well, ladies and gentlemen.